Megan Thee Stallion. It is looking really bad out. It's really, really looking bad for you out here. Jesus Christ. What's going on, everybody? Major salute. It is your boy Lavish, and this is Lavish Thoughts TV. We are back here with another blog. As always, salute. Thank y'all for tuning into the channel. Greatly appreciate the love y'all been showing me. If you're new to the channel, you like what you see, feel free right here to subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. You know what I mean? So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Man, internet's been on fire today about this whole Megan Thee Stallion and Tory situation. Y'all already know, for those that have been tuning into the channel, I've been covering the story for a little bit. You know, not too long ago, I recently did a blog talking about it, and we're gonna talk about it again because we got some new evidence, and Megan Thee Stallion, it's pretty much over for her. But here's the thing, though. As y'all see the title, I say we already knew, because we already knew, you know. But new evidence is out now. There's a website out called 36 Hours Later, and you go to that website, and it shows you all the evidence showing that Meg Thee Stallion is a terrible liar. It shows all like really good evidence that Tory Lanez is innocent. He didn't shoot her, which we already knew, you know, and that indeed she stepped on glass and he never made her dance, and all this other BS and lies that she said. You go to this website, you look at all the evidence. It's nasty work, bro. And, you know, I didn't go to the website per se. I forgot off the top of my head who this YouTuber is. He wears glasses, and, you know, he has 897 subscribers. I forgot the name of it. But salute to him. I went to his channel because I'm subscribed to it. And he was covering the story. And he went through this website and went through the evidence. And I sat through the whole video and just listened and just, you know, just saw everything. As I said, this evidence, nasty work. Is this something we already knew? Yeah, of course. But you know, you got the idiots out there, you know, the horse riders, what I like to call them, you know, that's riding out for this woman, even though the evidence is clear that she's a liar. You know, this evidence pretty much freaking flies shit, my bad. This evidence shows pretty much, you know, he never said dance bitch like she claims. The DNA not being, his DNA not being on the weapon, you know. She's on video asking the cops if she's going to jail. You know, she lied and said that the officers was treating her bad at the hospital. When we seen it, and they have footage of that officers wasn't doing anything. You know, and you know, Chelsea having all these scratching marks, and then the bodyguard, you know, testifying, and, you know, pretty much not testifying, but he's on audio saying that, you know, it was a fight, he was trying to break it up, and that there was a gun on the passenger side, and it was where Kelsey was at. So, I mean, Tory didn't do it, of course. The person that shot Megan Thee Stallion was indeed Kelsey or whatever, right? Kelsey. We know that. And it's just so amazing that Megan Thee Stallion knows that Tory didn't do this, right? She knows that he didn't do this. And yet, she still wants to continue to lie. There's nothing worse there's nothing worse, right? When a person knows that they're lying, they know the truth, but they refuse to say it, and wants to continue on the lie to uphold their image. And that's exactly what she's doing. Because on that website too, when she asked if she was going to get arrested, she said that I can't go to jail pretty much. It's going to ruin her image. Right? And also, it shows that she was the aggressor. I have this theory, and this is just what I'm thinking, right? I'm not saying this is facts. This is what I feel. I feel that Megan knew that she was in hot water when that incident happened. She knew it was going to come down on her and it was going to look bad for her. And I believe she called Rock Nation, told them the situation, and they told her to lie. And they told her that they will have it covered. It makes perfect sense. Again, not saying, oh, it's facts, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want nobody to misconstrue anything. But I in my heart, I believe that that's what happened. You know, and you know what's so crazy and most disgusting the most? When Tory Lanez got stabbed, right, in prison, the guy that stabbed him, it came out that he's in jail for being a PDF. If you know what that means, then you know. Doing ungodly and just wicked things with a child that's supposed to be his girlfriend. And when Tory got stabbed, the Megan Thee Stallion horse riders was clapping for that and even was putting up money. Y'all was putting up money for a PDF. Really says a lot about y'all characters. Truly disgusting that y'all put up money for somebody that did something so ungodly to a child. Like, bro, the world that we live in today and how sick people are, man, Tory getting stabbed 14 times, God was really on his side. Because both your lungs collapse, you getting hit in the head. You not supposed to survive that. But I think God was watching over him. It wasn't his time. And I also believe that Tory getting stabbed, that was a hit. But whatever. Free Tory Lanez. I'm hoping he gets out. With this evidence, it should be hopefully it shouldn't be a problem of him getting out. Now, what should happen to Megan Thee Stallion now that we know that she lied about everything? She needs to go to jail, and as a punishment, the same time Tory got, she needs to get, because she lied about everything, and then on top of that, she lied in a court of law, and clearly, the district attorney, the judge, like, they had it out for Tory. Like, they wouldn't even let the man defend himself. He had witnesses that would have exonerated him and everything, and they wouldn't even let him do that. They wouldn't even let him defend himself. They even put a gag order on him. I just found out this the other day that during Tory's trial, they put a gag order on Tory. They wouldn't even let him defend himself. And to you people out there that keep saying, well, if Tory knew the truth, why didn't he say anything? Like, bro, if Tory would have said something, right, then y'all would have been the same one saying, oh, Tory Lanez, he snitched. He's a snitch. He broke the street code. You want him to say something, but y'all the same ones that will say he's a snitch. So at the end of the day, Tory was in a lose-lose situation anyway. Like, what the fuck, bro? Tory was in a lose-lose situation anyway. And he paid the price. But Megan got to go to jail. Her career is pretty much over at this point. I know there's going to be some die-hard, hardcore horse riders that's going to still ride for her. But for what I'm looking at, even the people that's fans of her, they're starting to walk away from her and not mess with her anymore, because they like, yo, you sat here and told us a story having us thinking that this man did this thing to you, and we looking at all this evidence, and clearly you lied, and you still trying to uphold the lie. I mean, be honestly, her career wasn't really been going anywhere these past couple of years anyway. You know? And this whole thing about, oh, believe women and you have to protect black women and stuff, right? Let's cut that out. Because men lie and women lie too. Alright? And the reason why, when it comes to a woman's credibility, not all, but some women's credibility when it comes to their story gets questioned, is because of shit like this. Megan Thee Stallion shit. Do we forget that there was a football player that got falsely convicted and he got put in prison for 5 years? Of football player gonna go to the NFL. This woman lied and then years later testified and said that she made the whole thing up out of spite. Like, what are we talking about here? And another thing too that people don't seem to realize, this justice system that we're dealing with is a white man's justice system. When you're a black man and you're a Latino man in that courtroom, you are dealing with a white man's system. You are already deemed guilty in these people's eyes anyway. Being a black man and Latino man in that court system, you don't really get a fair shot in that system at all. How many innocent men done got railroaded in that court system? These district attorneys, these judges, they dirty as hell. They dirty as hell. And there are some that actually are guilty that's supposed to be in there. Granted. But nonetheless, it doesn't change the fact that this is a white-owned, white man's system. It wasn't made for us. It was made to go against us. In case in point, they had a weak case against Tory Lanez and they railroaded him. That district attorney, that judge in that case, need to get held responsible too. Because how is it that his DNA wasn't on the gun? Clearly there was holes in the testimony. The evidence was it was paper thin. It wasn't even that much. There was nothing there. And he still gets convicted. It's not just Tory, it's lots of black men and lots of Latino men in America in this white man system. And I don't really like to use the whole race thing a lot, but I have to for this because it's facts. The system is corrupted. That's all I got to say, man. Free Tory Lanez. I hope the situation works out. Even if Tory doesn't get out on appeal, at the end of the day, man, Megan got exposed and it's over for her. Her credibility is shot. And remember, what's done in the dark will always come to the light. And that's it. Major salute to y'all. I'm about to be out of here. Till next time, y'all have a good night. Peace.